And I've used the beetle traps. You know, the little bag that hangs on the little four-way piece of plastic with the bait. I've used them. They work great. They fill up with every beetle from every property around, but the ones on our property, they still eat the plants. They eat the grape leaves every year. This year they're working on our fruit trees, and they just started, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do. Basically, you don't have an endless supply of beetles. There are beetles in an area around my property, and once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to ship them in from somewhere else. The larva turns into beetles, okay? You got the larva, comes out of the ground, those little grubs, they turn into beetles. The beetles eat your plants. Once the weather hits the right temperature and they come out, that's it, they're there. So if you can eliminate them, you're good. If I put those traps out, it's going to call them from every other property around us and bring them to our yard, and then the beetles are still eating our plants. Now, I've heard about every kind of dust, 7 dust, baking soda, borax. I've heard it all. I don't choose to do that. You do what works for you. But if you want a simple foolproof method, I guarantee you this is a foolproof method. I'm about to show you how to build a beetle trap. Just 2 bottles and a roll of tape. And then you walk around your garden, and when you see them, you just hit the leaf, they fall into the trap, and you could take them for a 10-mile drive. You don't have to kill them. You could let them go in the woods, or you could put some soap in there and kill them. But when they hang in those bags, they're hanging in the bags for 3 weeks suffering. And then when they die and it fills with rain, it stinks. So, like I said, you do what works for you. I'm going to show you what works for us. Here at Bite Size Homestead, the beetles are not welcome to our plants. We have plenty of bugs that I don't mind because they don't eat our produce. But the beetles, they got to go. So I'm about to make a video. You're not going to see my face. I want you to see what I'm doing real clearly. So I'll kind of zoom in. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. And then we're going to go hit the backyard, and I'm going to show you how I collect the beetles. You're going to laugh. It's so simple. Why get frustrated? Just get rid of them. And basically, all you got to do is walk around the yard for a half hour. You see them. Toot, toot, toot. You take this little invention, and you tap it on a tree, and they're gone. Maybe we should patent this thing and put them on the market. There you go. Bite Size Homestead Beetle Trap. Yeah, but I digress. Let me show you how it's done. What I like to do is I like to go around and just collect them. It's real easy to do. I don't have to spray them. I don't have to put anything on my plants. I tried squishing them. There's a really good method. You need a vacuum. Just walk around and vacuum them, but I don't have one right now, so I'm just going to show you. Get yourself an Arizona iced tea. As soon as you're done drinking it, rinse the bottle out and wait. Get yourself an almond milk container. Now, we peeled the label off, but this was from almond milk. They're both the perfect size. Get yourself a heavy-duty kitchen scissor. Now I'm going to cut this bottle, and it's not exact, it's not perfect, it's just what works, okay? But basically, what I want to do is oh yeah, these fancy scissors, car's coming up. These fancy scissors, we're going to cut straight up, straight across, and then back down. Okay, now what I did was I made a funnel. We'll just throw that away later. And I'm going to have to use a little force to get it started. There's threads on the end of this bottle, and it fits exactly in here. So basically, I push it, and I turn it in until it's on there. Wait, maybe a little bit more. I think that's it. Okay. Now I'm going to line it up so both handles are on the same side. Then I'm going to use Gorilla Tape. Gorilla Tape works good for me. I used to use regular duct tape, but since they came out with Gorilla Tape, I feel as though the duct tape doesn't really have as much substance as it used to. I guess they made that dummy down so they could sell this. I'm not really sure. So I start off with one small piece. It's imperative that you get this over these little grooves. Can you see these grooves? So it locks in, okay? You want it to lock in so this does not come apart. The last thing you want to do is collect a bunch of beetles and have them get out. Man, just never mind. Okay, see what I did? And I put that tape on there, and I pulled it. So I made sure it went into those grooves. By putting it in those grooves, I know that it will hold these two bottles together. Now, I'm going to take another piece. This is going to be the one for the strength. That small one just holds on. This right here, make sure it never comes apart. Now basically, I got this idea because the beetles are attracted to those little traps you hang up, and their instructions on those beetle traps are to hang them away from your garden, right? To attract the beetles away from the garden. Well, our bags fill up. It's ridiculous how many beetles. Pounds of beetles just laying in there suffering. Eventually the rain gets in there and it starts to stink. But you know what? The beetles are still eating our grapevines. They're still eating our fruit trees. They don't seem to care about my tomato plants. But I will tell you what. We did see them on the peach trees. My wife said this morning she saw them on the apple trees. So Karen, she shoots them with the hose. They'll get knocked down. But what do you think they're going to do 10 minutes later? Okay. There's a handmade, man-made beetle trap. Bottle of Arizona iced tea, a thing of almond milk, and it's got two handles, however it works for you. And you put this up under the leaves and shake it, and they will fall in, and they'll be down here. Now you could put some dish soap down there, or you could just take them 10 miles away from your house and dump them out and let them live somewhere else. But they're gonna leave my garden one way or the other. Okay, it took them 2 days and they've decimated all the leaves on these grapevines. Now I'm about to trim the leaves and trim the vines, so guess what? They'll snap back. But you know what they're doing? They're breeding. They're actually on top of each other breeding. So these breeding beetles right now are going to produce more larvae for the following year. So we're just going to eliminate them. It's amazing. 2 days, they have decimated these grapevines. Okay, say bye-bye to these beetles. That's it. That was as hard as it is. Just look right here. See you later, guys. How many do you think I can collect in like 5 minutes? And it didn't stress me out. I used to walk around and try to squish them, which is disgusting. Yeah, I used to try to squish them. Squishing them works, but it really is disgusting. This little invention, watch this. See you later, guys. All right, I'm going to focus. I'm going to see if I could fill this bottle up just on these grapevines. Then I'm going to go hit the apple trees. These are little gangster beetles. They're about to be gone. There's a new sheriff in town. Bite-sized homestead style. See you later. See you later, guys. Yeah. 100%. Once they're in here, they're not going back on my plants. And when I always tried to squish them, you only made about half of them. The other half would fall to the ground and go right back to the plant. So this is the next day. I'm out here just looking for any fellow Japanese beetles. You know, family members to the ones that I already got yesterday. A little special shake for him. Just one little disclaimer, okay? I am fully aware that those beetle traps, the bags with the little four-way thing, and you put the baits, I know they work, because every time we use them, they fill up with pounds of beetles. My problem, I live behind a full baseball field. Actually, 4 baseball fields and a soccer field, with a chain link fence between us. So when we hang a beetle bag with a bait on it, all of my neighbors, and I got several neighbors, they don't care. They do nothing. I mean nothing. When the grass is 2 feet tall, they cut it. So when we put a beetle bag out, we get an onslaught of beetles. If I don't put them out, I go around and I can scoop them up, and within a week they're gone. They moved on from the grapevine now because I caught them. My wife told me she saw a couple on the apple trees. We're going to go ahead and take care of them. And Anthony saw a few on the peach trees. It's not a problem. They're all going to be gone. So I don't want anybody biting my head off saying that all their ideas work. That's fine. I'm tired of everything. I just want to catch them and get rid of them. It's so simple. I'm in the garden anyway. I'm walking around. Truthfully, I should have been at those grapevines 2 days earlier, but I got hung up with Anthony's watermelon patch. That won't happen again. So I hope this helps somebody. It is not a big deal for me to walk around 15, 20 minutes here or there and just catch them, and they're gone. Never to be seen again. And they're all mating right now because they're all 2 on top of each other. There's 2, 2, 2, 2. So surely I'm saving us from having a bunch next year too. All right. Everybody have a blessed day. Well, there was the tiniest little bee. I was trying to get him on a video. This is the first time. I'm 58 years old. And this is the first time I've ever actually grown sunflowers. I tried last year, they never made it. But this year, we are successful. Chocolate cherry and blue. There was chocolate cherry, blue, and regular ones, and some Mexican ones. I don't remember which ones are which, but I'm guessing I'll find out soon enough. They're so beautiful. I don't know how big they're going to get. I don't know how many flowers they produce. But I'll tell you what, I hope they have seeds. Because next year I'm going to plant a whole patch of them. Yeah, little Photoshop. You know, stand in front of all the sunflowers and take pictures. Anyway, I'm elated. I'm totally ecstatic. This is a beautiful flower. I can't see the top of that one. It's taller than me now. They grow quick.